Okay, so I spent a total of 30 days or 31. I think it was 30. Either way, grinding for these artifacts. So let's go through this. So obviously, viridescent, however you fucking say that. I don't know how you say that. And then we got an off-piece maiden goblet, which is actually from the same instance. And this one is absolutely cracked. Yeah, your off piece is always going to be the goblet because that's the hardest one to get because it's like 5% to get the right element. The people who made this game for some reason enjoy torturing others. Let's just go through these real quick. So the flower, double crit and attack percent, very great. It does have HP percent, so this is not perfect, but double crit and attack percent, I'm totally satisfied with that. Feather, same thing. This one's pretty cracked. Double crit ER. I don't mind ER. Sand, attack percent, double crit and EM. So we've gotten these double crits pretty consistently, which that's the most important thing to me. Could be better again, but like honestly, as long as I get like 3 good stats, I'm satisfied. Because what bugs me is that little voice in my head that's going like, yeah, you know, you have 2 empty rolls on this fucking thing. Like, what are you doing with your life? And circlet, we got crit rate, and then we got crit damage, and it rolled into crit damage a bunch, which I'm very happy about. And we got the extra EM and the attack percent, and then it rolled into HP like twice, I think, which is very unfortunate. But again, now with these ones that you have to actually roll the right main stat, it's much harder to get the things you actually want. So this is good enough for me, and it rolled mostly into crit damage, so I'm satisfied with that. And now this goblet. This thing should be illegal. I'm telling you, man, the police is like gonna show up at my door any moment now, just for having this thing. Look at that thing. I should not have possession of this. This is like a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's probably my best guess, but it just feels wrong. And mind you, this is not like something I got like months ago. This is from the same 30 days. This is from the same thing. So first, it's got the Anemo main stat. So this in itself is hard enough to get, like just the right main stat, but then double crit attack percent and ER. There's literally nothing useless on this. This is literally a perfect piece, which is like crazy because this is the last piece on the entire set that should be perfect because it's the goblet and it's way harder to get than anything else, right? Obviously. But anyway, that thing is illegal. That's what it feels like anyway. And for the weapon, we're running a R1. However you say that shit, I don't have a goddamn clue on this earth. Obviously, we have this because it's the free-to-play option. I'm not gonna pull on a goddamn weapon banner. What do I look like, the fucking Prince of Dubai? But it's like one of the best free-to-play options because obviously it, you know, it gives you a bunch of ER, especially because on our stats we actually don't have enough ER. So this one gives you a little bit more extra. Essentially, when you E, you get up to 3 stacks. And then when you burst, you get a bunch of VR back. Yeah, attack percent obviously makes her heal better and everything. But yeah, that's a really good free-to-play option. Now, if we actually look at the stats, the only bad thing here is ER. It's only 125%, which is not ideal. So apparently the amount you actually want is 150 to 160, but that's fine. I'm not really looking to make it perfect. And because we have the ER from the weapon, that kind of balances it out. And then, you know, the crit stats, that's a pretty much near perfect 1-to-2 ratio. Pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, also as for talents, listen, don't laugh. Don't laugh. It's like me pulling my pants down for the first time in a relationship, and I'm asking you not to laugh at my micro penis. That's what this is essentially. Okay, you promise not to laugh? Okay, I'll show you. Okay. Oh my god. No, just please. You told me you wouldn't laugh. Okay, so let me explain. I didn't level these up because A, I don't really give a shit. 2, the instance you have to farm for this is this one, and it's the worst instance in all of mankind. Essentially what it does is it removes your ability to dodge. So it's an instance that removes one of the most core mechanics in the whole game. It is literal bullshit in every way possible. And I just like spent like 5 days like grinding this for Eula talent level up materials, so I'm not gonna do that. And the reason this is leveled up is because, listen, when I first started this game, I re-rolled my account a bunch of times to get Jean on my first roll because I really wanted to get Jean. And then I didn't have a good main DPS because I was saving up for a main DPS. Like, I don't know, I got Yo and Mia eventually, but I was saving up for a main DPS, so I needed main DPS. And so I played Jean as a physical damage main DPS, and that's why the normal attack is level 5 and the others are level 3, which is an atrocity of a sin no one should ever commit. But either way, that's the explanation for that. But yeah, just know these going into like the damage numbers, that this is why they're not as impressive as they could be. Listen, just think of it as I'm relatable, okay? That's it's a hefty dose of copium right there. It's a hefty one. gonna OD on copium, dude. But anyway, let's go test her out a little bit. Well, let's just try this. I have C1, by the way, Jean. So let's just see how much damage it does. 13k, that's pretty decent. And that's just without any like swirls and stuff. I think that's really good. I just want to get it like a tap E. No, please just crit, come on. Okay, let's see. No, dude, just crit. Like, what do you want from me? Please just, there you go. 10k on like a, okay, so it's not really worth like holding it down for the C1 like E proc thing. It's just better to tap it, I guess. Now what I do want to try out is just the burst damage. Like, can we even see it? Okay, 14k, that's decent. I don't know if that was a crit or not. I have no idea, but I think it was. Like, this is pretty good damage for like a support character by my standards, you know what I mean? I want to see how much like ER we get back from the sword. Okay, so it's like, that's like half on top of her like passive. That's pretty good. Okay, now one thing I do want to test out is because this gives like, yeah, first of all, a Nemo damage bonus, but this gives a 60% swirl bonus. So I want to test that out. Okay, so he's swirled. Okay, so it's still 10k. Am I like missing something, or were those like swirls before then too? I don't know. Why is the swirl damage so little? Okay, let's go to try out on these, right? Because like it keeps doing 10k on a swirl, but I feel like it should be more than that, right? Like look, 10k. Or are there two separate numbers? Hold on. This is like I'm literally like, oh, it's separate numbers. Okay, I think I'm just dumb. I think it's like okay, I'm pretty sure I'm just stupid. Yeah, I'm just stupid. No, yeah, so it swirls the element and then increases the element of the like the damage of the element, right? So this is gonna do cryo damage. Yeah, okay, I'm just stupid. Sorry. Don't mind me. Now also, I don't have a good character to test this on, but I believe this will keep swirling because it's on Diona's thing. Yeah, see, it keeps, yeah, it keeps like swirling it. Now that's pretty dog shit because I don't actually have anyone worth using it with. But I think that's good with like a Bennett. I also want to try what kind of like damage can we get with the set bonus. Like if we use Ayaka's ult with the set bonus and then without the set bonus. So here's just Ayaka by herself. So that's 8.3 or 8.4k a hit, and then on the last one, what do we get? Oh, okay, well, it didn't crit. Thanks, Obama. Okay, now let's try this. So that's just the swirl, nothing else. And that's 2.4k increase. That's pretty massive. That's actually really good. Okay, now let's try this. So okay, so it's swirled now, and now he's frozen, and so now we have all the buffs, right? That's 12k per pop. Oh, dude, come on, dude. Why would you do that to me? All right, well, that's decent. That's like over half of a Hilichurl's health bar. Some of the cool things you can do with Jean, I mean, obviously you probably already know this, but if you haven't played Jean before, you can obviously hold E, group people up, and then throw them in the air, and then they get fall damage too. So that's even more damage actually, because this is like the vacuum move where you just bring them all in, but it's even more fun when you throw them off a cliff, and that's like the most fun thing. How? Really? I can literally just go into like a Hilichurl camp, E, and then burst, and then just like they all die. That's very satisfying. Because like I hate like having to fight enemies when they're like all over the place, and so that, dude, that was a 33k on the fucking E. You can also like throw them in the water, which is funny because she's like the super caring like leader of the Phonetic, and then she just like throws people into the river and throws them off cliffs and shit. Like, it's pretty messed up, dude. So it's so satisfying just to like throw people around, and god, that is a lot of damage. And this is like not even leveled up. Like, yeah, like you can bring that from 292 to even 9 or 8. Like, that's a crazy amount. That's like, from where I am right now, that's like 130% increase. So you can probably dish out like 20k an E, like get a good weapon and like level up that E. Especially if you have like constellations, that's like probably 25k a hit, something like that. Oh my god, I just can't stop doing it. I want to keep doing it. It's so fun. There you go, and everything's dead. And look at how much energy I have already. And that's like so good too, because you just like spam her E twice, and then you E, and then you burst, and then you have literally half of your energy back, right? Yeah, like we have 3 stacks right now. There you go. Everything is dead, and you got half of it back. And then you just spam E 3 times again, and you have your E back. And that's even better if you have even more like ER. That's like gonna be even crazier. Because this is obviously budget Genshin, so we don't have as much ER as we should, essentially. But one of the things you can do is you can ult, and then keep like bringing people in and out like this. But it doesn't really do enough damage. Yeah, okay, well, I think I got it off like wise. Anyway, it was like 2.7k, which is like meaningless. But like, that's one of the things you can do, but I don't really see why I would want to do that because it doesn't really like do anything. Like, it's such little damage, you'd be better off probably just like basic attacking. And on top of that, like, you don't really want to keep her on field for that long because she obviously just like is not as great as like an actual main DPS. Another thing is like, if you charge attack and they stay in the air, you can hold E and they take that immediate amount of fall damage. But again, it's just kind of like, unless you're main DPSing her, which you don't really have like any reason to do unless she's like your favorite character, but like, it's not really like efficient to keep her on like on field, really, right? But there are like people who main her as a DPS too, which is fun because she's if you just like spec her into physical damage, I think you can do that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I've noodled around enough. As always, hit the big red shiny button if you want more budget, or you know, should I say ghetto Genshin Impact videos. More coming very soon. I have 3 videos planned out. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.
While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, throw you in a choke, gun smoke, gun smoke.